What if the reason your body feels beat up after you play pickleball has nothing to do with how you play pickleball and everything to do with what happened before you even set foot on the court? In the next 5 minutes, I am going to run you through a warm-up routine that is going to make your joints, your muscles, your entire body feel better, and you'll play better. Hey everybody, my name is CJ Johnson, and at Better Pickleball, we help players over 50 live their best lives on and off the pickleball courts. Research shows that our bodies are coldest in the morning. And when are the majority of you playing pickleball? In the morning. So if you want to avoid injury, the first step begins with warming up your body temperature. Now, for some of you, the easiest way to do that is just to walk briskly on your way to the courts. But if you happen to have a little bit of open space, I'm going to show you a really quick footwork drill that'll warm up your body as well as get your movement patterns ready to play. We call this the box drill. So what you want to do is you want to get in your ready position. We're going to move laterally. Here we split step at the corner. We're going to run forward. We split step at the top. We move laterally again. We split step. Now we are going to do what we call open the door, which simply means that we're going to turn to run for a lob, and we're going to move laterally all the way to the back. Once you get back here, do it again. Laterally, split step, forward, split step, lateral, split step, open the door, lateral, and do it all over again. Now, if you don't have a lot of court to work with, a very small space, I'm going to show you one other thing you can do. Get a line, you can find a line, you can stand up anywhere, and all I want you to do is start moving forward and backward, right foot, left foot, over the line. As your body starts to warm up, pick up the pace a little bit. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and stop. Now let's go ahead and do it with the opposite foot. So now I'm left foot, right foot, over the line. Again, as my body starts to warm up, I can move faster. Now, if you really want a challenge, we're going to start with one foot and then say out loud, stop. Stop, do that little split step, reset yourself, and then lead with the other foot. So it looks like this. I'm here, stop, 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 stop. You can go as fast as you want to and stop as often as you need to. And in no time, your body temperatures come up and you'll be ready to do your stretching. Confidence comes from clarity, and when you know what you're working on, when you have a roadmap, that's where you'll find real improvement. Get our free guide right over here so that you know what's next for your game. Let's work from the top down. What we want to do is we want to stand up nice and tall. We want to have our shoulders back, and all we're going to do is begin by dropping our ear to our shoulder. And we're just moving up and over very gently, getting a nice stretch in the neck to begin with. We're doing what's called dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching means that we are stretching in motion. And we're going to stretch all the major areas of our body that come to play in our pickleball game. So once we've got our neck loosened up, and you can do this for about 20 or 30 seconds, we're going to move to our shoulders. So let's start with some arm circles. I like to think about having my pointer finger out, and I just begin making some very small circles. And when I do this, I want to feel the shoulders moving, but I want to feel my shoulder blades beginning to move as well. And as my body starts to warm up, now I want to start to make some bigger circles. You don't get to a certain age without having a few aches and pains. So you may not have as much mobility as I have. Okay, let's switch. We're going to start again with the small circles, and we're going to go backwards. So you may not have as much mobility as I have. That's okay. Stretching should never feel painful. It might feel a little uncomfortable, but it should never be painful. All right, we got our arm circles in. Now, we need to get these little flexors in our arms. So we're gonna go back to a little Diana Ross in the Supremes. And if you remember, she always did stop, right? Stop in the name of love. So hold the hand up like this, stop. And then what we want to do is very gently just pull back on the fingers. You should feel a stretch on the underside of your arm. Then make a fist, and again, very gently pull down in the opposite direction. So we're going from stop to a closed fist and a curl, and a stop, and then all the way back down. Let's go ahead. Let's put on our best Diana Ross. Stop, pull back, down and curl. Here we go. Up, down and curl. All right, let's do a swimmer stretch. So we want to stretch out the back and again that upper body because it takes a beating when we're playing pickleball. Before swimmers go into the pool, you see the swimmer bring their arms back and across. And this is almost like it's hug yourself. And when I bring my arms to the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around here for a second. And what you'll see me do as I turn around is I'm feeling like I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. And then as I move forward, I am opening up my chest. So pinch the blades, open up the chest. Give yourself a lot of love. It's going to be a great pickleball day. All right, let's work on our torso. If you want some more power, some more speed, it starts with a good torso. And you need torso rotation, which as we age tends to decrease. So let's get our feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to stand here. Our arms are just hanging down naturally. Now, if you have a little bit of vertigo, I want you to pick something out in front of you that you are looking directly at. Keep your head there while you start to twist side to side. So first, let's just start just very gently. We're opening up the back, the shoulders, the torso. Start to twist side to side. As you loosen up, you can see my arms are getting a little bit of momentum. As I start to loosen up, now I'm going to allow that momentum to increase the stretch, and I'm going to go side to side. Once you've really opened up, add a little bit more movement to it. Allow those arms to carry you around and open up your back. That's going to allow your torso to loosen up so that I can get more involved in your ground strokes in your pickleball game. All right, let's move on to the lower body. Let's stretch out the backside of our body. We're going to start with our hamstrings, which are the back here, the back of the leg. So what I want you to do is you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. We're going to pull our shoulder blades back. I want you to think about pinching the shoulder blades together. Our feet are about shoulder-ish width apart. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bend forward from my hips and I'm going to push my butt out. I do not want to go anywhere below 90 degrees. So my body's at 90, or I can think of myself as parallel to the ground. And then I'm going to squeeze my cheeks and come back up. So I'm going to go down and come back up. Those hamstrings take a beating when we are out on the pickleball court, and we really need to give those hamstrings a little bit of love before we get going. So down and up. In fact, they take such a beating. I'm going to give you a second hamstring exercise. What I'm going to have you do is stand, and I'm going to have you put your heel down with your toe up. Okay, heel down, toe up. Then we're going to stretch up nice and tall. I almost want you to feel like your spine is just one on top of another, as tall as you can possibly get. Point your fingers up to the sky. Our first move here is going to be to take our fingers and point our fingers down. Now, stretch those fingers as far away from you as you can, going all the way back up. So we come here, we go down, stretch out, and away from you. Now, not only is this good to stretch your hamstrings out, this is amazing for your balance, which is another thing that we need when we're out on the pickleball courts. Let's change feet, heel down, toe up, get yourself nice and balanced. Stretch up nice and tall, point those fingers, come all the way straight down, down, out, and around. Come on back up, down, out, and around. One more. Down, out, and around. All right, let's get those inner thighs. I need you to get your legs really wide here, nice and wide. Now, when we do this, we are going to be sitting back. One of the mistakes I see is I see players get their knee way too far out over their toe. So think like you have your hands right here, and you're going to fold them in the crease of your legs. So I'm going here to one side. I want to feel the stretch on the inner thigh, and then I'm going to go up and back over to the other side. From the side camera, you're going to see that my body stays behind. My butt stays behind my knee. That means that my knee will actually be behind my toe. Now, you may, again, not have that much flexibility. It might only be here to here. That's fine. Make sure that you're getting a stretch in that inner thigh. All right, the next one, let's go to work on those calves. Now let's protect those muscles in the lower legs, your calves and your Achilles. Let's start with a calf stretch. You can use a fence, you could use a post on the pickleball court, anything that you can push against. So what I want to do is I want to push against the fence, and I want to walk my legs out with my heels down on the ground, kind of let my butt fall down. And all I simply want to do here is I just want to pedal out my legs. Just back and forth, pedal out those legs. This is really good for my calves. All right, now let me show you one for the Achilles. So same thing, I want to use the fence. I can use a fence, or I can use the post on a permanent pickleball court, anything that'll support my weight just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a relatively short stance here, and I am going to be stretching the leg that is in the back. So I've got a relatively short stance. I've got some flex in my forward knee. When I do this, I'm going to bend the knee of my back leg, but as I bend it towards the ground, I want to keep my heel on the ground. I do not want to allow that heel to come up. So I'm just simply here and down. It's a feeling like the only thing moving on me is my knee of my back leg is flexing. I'm flexing down, and then till I get a stretch, and then I'm straightening back up. So I'm flexing and I'm stretching. Let's do the other leg. Again, we've got a relatively narrow stance. Back leg is the one being stretched. I'm going to bend that knee to the ground and then back up. It's really the only thing that's moving is the knee of the back leg, and the heel is staying on the ground. You know, our Achilles tendons, tend to have less flexibility as we age, and so we need to make sure that we not just take care of the muscles, that we take care of those tendons as well. All right. Now let's get those ankles. If you want to test your balance, do this without holding on. If you need a little help, hold on to a fence, you can hold on to the post on the court. But what we want to do is we want to put all our weight in one leg. Our legs are fairly close together. Get on the toe of one leg, and now all I'm doing is I'm doing ankle circles. So I'm just circling the ankle around. And then I stop and I go back the other way. Now that's the easy version of this. For some of you, you might want the little harder version of this, where you just stand up, you stand on one foot, and you do the exact same thing. You circle the toe in one direction, draw a nice big circle. When you've got it loose, come back and go in the opposite direction. This one is going to test your balance a lot more when you do that. I think that was about 9 moves, and those can all be done in about 5 minutes. Now here's the 10th one. Before I hit the courts, I check in with my body and I see if there's anything that needs a little extra stretch. I mean, you don't get to a certain age without having some aches and pains. And sometimes it might be my hamstrings that need more stretching. Sometimes it might be my upper body. But here's the thing, that extra minute or 30 seconds onto this short routine could be the difference between me playing pickleball all summer long and me sitting on the sidelines watching my friends play pickleball. And I don't know about you, but I rather be playing. Let me know down in the comments below, do you already warm up? And if you don't, are you willing to try this warm up? Because this warm up can help you to stay injury free. Because here at Better Pickleball, together, we train smart, we live bold, and we age well.